Okay, great. Welcome back. We are live on Facebook. Thank you for joining me. If you're able to be here live or if you're catching the recording, that's great too. I'd love it if you'd check in below, just drop a comment and share a little bit back with me about the two oils we're going to talk about today. Welcome to BOGO day number 3. Happy Wednesday. Happy Earth Day. There's so much to talk about today. I would love to hear what you're excited about this beautiful day. And I'm going to jump right in because there is so much to talk about today. There's a lot of excitement with these two beautiful pink oils. So I'm just going to jump right in. So first up is Citrus Bloom. This is our buy oil. If you put this in your cart as a member, you'll pay $24.50 wholesale for this oil. And when you do that, your cart will automatically add pink pepper for you, which is a 22 wholesale value. Amazing, beautiful, powerful oils we have in hand today. So you may want to take advantage of that 3 oil limit and get 3 of this deal. It will be great to stock up on, primarily because Citrus Bloom is not regularly offered by doTERRA. This is a limited time offer. It was first introduced to us last spring as our Mother's Day oil, and everyone just went crazy over it. I think doTERRA did release a small batch of it one other time, but despite our many requests to have it as an all-time offering, it's still just limited time. And so this is a very special occasion to be able to buy a few bottles of this oil. And then I think once you hear me talk about pink pepper, if you're not really familiar with this oil, by the time I'm done, you're going to be pretty excited about all it has to offer. And it's a great value. You just get the 5 milliliter bottle. It does pack a big punch, but you may want more than one bottle of this. So because you're probably going to want to use it often. So let me jump in and talk about Citrus Bloom first. This is known as our springtime blend, and as the name kind of tips you off to, it is a combination of a couple of citrus oils and a few lovely floral oils. And those are wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile, and magnolia. And my favorite way to use Citrus Bloom is just to open up the bottle and smell it. Oh my goodness. To me, this oil is just intoxicating. It's just the best blend of these oils. And I'm not a huge floral fan, if you know me well, but oh my goodness. It's just one of my all-time favorites to pause for a moment and smell. So you can definitely just smell it right out of the bottle, and it's just, I don't know, it's everything. It's life. It just helps calm you down and give you a little energy boost. So for that reason, a lot of people refer to Citrus Bloom as Adaptive's sister. If you're familiar with our Adaptive line and what that does for you in your brain to be able to calm any, I would describe them as negative high energy emotions such as anxiety or overwhelm, something where you're really spinning and worried and expending a lot of energy, but not in a positive way. It can calm that down. But then once you kind of balance out that way, it can also be uplifting and energizing in a positive way so that you feel more motivated or more joyful as you're going about your day and you're completing your tasks. And so it just really is a perfect combination emotionally. And that's where it really shines, is in that ability to be both calming and uplifting at the same time. I want to read to you a little bit about its emotional side, but first I thought I would share just a few of the ways you can use it. Real simply, smelling it out of the bottle. It's great in the diffuser, even as a standalone, or honestly, pink pepper is a great combination with this one. There are a couple different diffuser blends you can check out in the post below on this page, but even just as itself, by itself, it's amazing. I often find myself putting this in my car diffuser as well. It just feels like a good oil to take along with you as you're running errands or going about your day. If you're out and about, this is a nice one to have in the car with you. If you have diffuser jewelry, if you have a necklace or maybe earrings or a bracelet that can take essential oils. I know there are specific aroma beads or anything that's made out of leather or certain types of clay pendants. Any of those can handle essential oils directly, or you might have kind of a locket piece of jewelry that you can drop oils onto little wool balls, and that will carry around just a personal diffuser during the day. This is lovely in any of those jewelry pieces. You can combine it with a plain lotion like we have and put it anywhere on the body. Just be careful as weather does start to improve that wild orange and grapefruit, both of your citrus oils, are going to be photosensitive. So you don't want to lather up in this oil and then go out and get a lot of exposure to the sun. If you know you're going to be out in the sun, you want to put it on areas that are either covered by clothing, or you could do it the night before and give yourself a 12-hour window before you have sun exposure to an area like that might be exposed, like your arms or your legs if you're wearing t-shirt and shorts. It combines really well with fractionated coconut or another carrier oil if you want to use it for a massage. It's also great in a bath bomb. Kate and I had a lot of fun a couple Christmases ago making bath bombs. We got some natural coloring and some beautiful dried flowers to combine with the base ingredients and a few drops of favorite essential oils, and citrus bloom would be absolutely beautiful in a bath bomb. And so let me finish on just reading you a little bit about the emotional aspect of citrus bloom, where this oil really shines. It's known as the oil of springtime celebration. And so you might start to get an idea of where we're headed with this. Some of the emotions that might be inspired by this oil are hopeful, excited for new beginnings, childlike, playful, sweetness, comforted, believing, wonder, cheerful, uplifted, joyful, creative, determined, restored, and refreshed. It can also help replace emotions that are dark, gloomy, stale, anxious, depressed, any thoughts or ideas that have become outdated, bitterness, or overly serious. You want to replace with all of those hopeful and uplifting emotions that I read first. So I hope that gets you excited about citrus bloom. If you weren't already, it is truly one of my all-time favorites, and I'm just really excited to be able to purchase it again this spring. I did buy the BOGO box on Monday, but this is one that I'm personally thinking of stocking up on a little bit because we just don't know when we'll get this oil again. And for the opportunity to get pink pepper for free with it, I think it's a no-brainer for me. So let me tell you a little bit about pink pepper. And I strongly encourage you, since this is Earth Day, it's the perfect opportunity to take a deeper look at doTERRA's co-impact sourcing program and just all that means for, in so many cases, the developing countries that we go into to harvest some of our incredible essential oils. And pink pepper is one that is sourced from both Kenya and Peru. And there are just amazing stories of how lives are being changed. Just doTERRA is one of a kind model to go into these places and just work shoulder to shoulder with people who are small growers and just people who love the land and who could really benefit from someone appreciating these natural resources that they have to offer and just coming alongside, paying a fair wage, and just lifting people up, certainly from an economic development standpoint, but just from a human standpoint, the ability to have meaningful work and know that they're going to be able to provide for their families, things like education and clothing and food. And it just, the high tide raises all boats. And this is one of those beautiful examples of that. So definitely check out the video that I've shared for today and know that there's just so much goodness even behind the bottle when you learn the rest of the story. But let's also talk about what's inside the bottle. Now, pink pepper might help you think of black pepper. The two are very different. Pink peppercorns look a little bit like a black peppercorn, just turned pink, but the oil actually comes from the berries that grow, and they start out green, and then when they're ready to be harvested, when they're ripe, ready to be harvested, they turn pink. And so that's distinctly different. And from that point forward, aside from just a slight um, look that they have in common with the black peppercorn, pretty much everything else is different. Lots of different chemical constituencies, lots of different benefits, and certainly a different aroma. When you smell your pink pepper oil, it has a sweetness to it. There's definitely a little spice there, but it's a sweetness. Like, I wouldn't want to hold a black pepper oil and smell it like this, whereas this is really enjoyable. It's great to diffuse with other oils or just even by itself. So let me read from one of my reference books here, some of the properties of pink pepper, and this will start to help describe why this oil is so important. We have digestive, circulatory, anti-tumoral, and I just want you to think about that one for a little bit. Antispasmodic and antimicrobial. That's just a handful of the properties of this oil. And there are so many things that it does. I'm just going to quickly read off a few. It can calm the nervous system, support the digestive system, increase focus and alertness. It helps with pain relief, specifically menstrual support. It can help balance the metabolism. It supports lymphatic and candida cleansing. If you're not really familiar with your lymph system and what that does, if you're not really familiar with candida and how that impacts all of our gut health, those are worth researching and looking into. Those are really big deals. It can balance your blood sugar and your cholesterol. And the last one I want to mention is that it assists with cellular function and overall cellular health. Now, you may remember that I also said these keywords when I spoke about frankincense. And there's not a lot more, unfortunately, that I can share with you on this platform. But if that is spiking some interest for you, there are some other clues in the posts that I've made, but definitely reach out to the wellness advocate that you know, or if you're not currently working with someone else, reach out to me. I'd love to help you understand on a deeper level what I mean by cellular function and cellular health. It's really, really important. And so the ways that you can use pink pepper are internally. You can put it in a glass of water, or I love to make essential oil tea. Just heat up a pot of water once it's boiling, get out your mug and put in a drop or two of whatever essential oil you like. Peppermint, On Guard, pink pepper, great choices. Just put a couple drops in the bottom and then pour your hot water over it and sip your tea just like you would. So you can take it internally. You can just drop it under your tongue. And I've also seen it in some savory recipes. I thought I would share this pink spice salad dressing because this one's really easy if you have a few oils on hand. You just combine 2 drops of pink pepper with 2 drops of basil and 2 drops of lemon essential oil into a cup of olive oil. Then you want to shake that up in your salad dressing shaker and add it to your favorite salad. You can also do some fresh cracked black pepper on top, and that would just be really delicious. So I wanted to share that quick, easy recipe with you, but pink pepper can be combined in a number of recipes if that's just another way to get all that goodness into your body. It of course can be diffused, which I've already mentioned, as a standalone or with some other oils. There are some ideas for you in the post below, and it can also be applied topically on location. So depending on which one of those things that I read out is meaningful to you, if you need digestive support, for instance, you're just going to rub that oil directly on your tummy. And then finally, I want to end with the emotional side of pink pepper, which this is the oil of intrinsic equality. And I don't know if you ever find yourself comparing to other people, or maybe sometimes even sitting in judgment of yourself or of others, depending on those comparisons. But this essential oil can help pull you out of that. And I thought some of the language in my Essential Emotions book was really beautiful. Let's see. Yes, so you're going to apply this compassion and loving kindness not only to yourself as you realize your own self-worth, but you're also going to have that to offer out to others. Pink Pepper reminds that by being patient, kind, and loving to oneself, individuals can learn to extend that same kindness and mercy to those around them. And so you're going to come out of comparison and judgment, feeling unequal or having a distorted view of yourself or others, and you're going to replace that with equality, compassion, self-acceptance, kindness, and mercy for yourself and for others. So I absolutely love that about this oil. I hope you've had a chance to learn something new today and get excited about these two beautiful oils. Right at the top of the video, I talked about how you can add those to your cart if you're a member. If you're not yet a member and you'd like to enroll today so that you can get these oils, just reach out to the wellness advocate that you're working with. If you're not currently working with someone, reach out to me. I would absolutely love to help you get started today. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you again tomorrow.